Today I have Joel Defebaugh in, who is running for House District 14.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. So what is your background with the state of Wyoming?
Yeah, I was born and raised here in Wyoming. Born in Casper, went to Natrona County High School. Lived here my whole life. Moved down to Laramie for undergraduate in political science. Fell in love with Laramie, Albany County, the surrounding High Plains. And I've been here since. I got my law degree from the University of Wyoming and have been working as the deputy county prosecutor here for the past couple of years.
Awesome. And I always ask all the candidates this, but what area does House District 14 cover?
So it's cool because we have a pretty cool moniker. So Whitehall, if you picture Whitehall at the corner there of 15th and Grand, it's all east of 15th and then north of Grand and I-80. So all the Vidavoo area, as well as all northern Albany, all the way up towards Laramie Peak and stuff. It excludes Rock River, that's in Carbon, but everywhere else up north.
Okay, so it's a pretty rural area?
It is rural, yeah.
Okay.
The northern stretch and then that small portion here in town that actually covers fraternity, sorority row and the dorms too. So it's definitely an interesting dynamic there.
An interesting mix of kind of the little campus life and then
Yeah, exactly.
the rural outdoor areas. That's awesome. So you had mentioned you were a prosecutor, correct?
That's correct.
All right. So what inspired you to run for House District 14 from being a prosecutor?
So I've always been inspired about service and serving the community. I think the thing that we can do the best is to give back. If we want to live in a community that cares and is encouraging to our young people, and someplace we all want to live in, then it takes all of us to kind of lend that helping hand. I got started with Boy Scouts around 12, and I think that really kind of had that foundation for me with their virtues and principles that I kind of grew up with. I have always participated in student council through high school, and then while I was here at the University of Wyoming, I served in the student government and was honored to be student body president in 2012 and 13. And that role really kind of cued me into state politics because you deal with the board of trustees, you deal with kind of $1 million budget there from just the students alone, and then through law school I also served on university-wide committees engaging with the governor and other people. So the inspiration has been there. I want Laramie, I want Albany County, and I want the state to prosper and be better for it, and I think that takes someone like myself to be active in the community and get out there and throw my hat in the ring.
All right. Awesome. So what are some of those main issues you want to focus on since you do have a very diverse district you want to be a representative over? What are some of those issues?
I think the three ones that I've honed in on this campaign are education, revenue, and technology, and I think they're all mutually related. You can't be a candidate right now without talking about the budget reductions that are coming from the state, and I think COVID has not helped that by any means, you know. But I sat through the 40 million budget cuts. I was a student rep when those hit UW in 2016. So I know firsthand kind of the hard choices that not only the university, our community colleges and school districts around the state are dealing when you have the state legislator making 10% budget cuts across all state agencies. I don't think that's the right approach. And so I want to ensure that education across the state, whether it's skilled trade or K through 12 or our university system, I want to see those cuts not a straight across 10%. I want to see them honed in to where we really are not affecting the education in our classrooms. We're making sure that our teachers and our students have what they need to be productive, because in turn that leads us into technology and revenue. If we can keep those students here or those tradesmen here in Wyoming, we'll enhance our revenue, not just from oil and gas, but from all different kinds of tech businesses, startups, skilled trade, all of that. And so my goal in running for this is to combine all of those and have Wyomingites really engage in a global economy, and that takes technology. It takes kind of an infrastructure here in Wyoming, which I think we can build, and then keeping those people here in Wyoming, because we have a great environment, the mountains and the plains, but we also care about one another, and I think if we can have people be successful in whatever careers they want, but choose to live here, then Wyoming will be stronger.
Some other issues you kind of had underneath your main ones.
Yeah, so as I've been crisscrossing the district in the last few weeks, I've been able to go door to door and talk to some people. And as we discussed, House District 14 is so cool because we have college residents, but we have ranchers and everybody in northern Albany, and a whole mix. And so talking to them about what issues affect their families and what they want to see in their community. That's crucial to me. Those are those other issues. It's healthcare, it's education, it's all those kind of things that either maybe state or local government can handle better than the state legislature, and having that dialogue. As somebody who's running for representative of House District 14, I think those issues are the ones that you have to just get out and meet people to understand and see what their perspective is on. And maybe it's my legal background, or maybe it's just how I was raised, but I always say, that's interesting, I want to find out more, let me get back to you. And that creates that dialogue that I think is vital.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So on top of being a prosecutor here, what are some other kind of former public service you've done around Laramie or in Albany County that would kind of help you as a representative?
Yeah, so it's not specific necessarily just to Albany County, but I've been director of Wyoming Boys State, a program of the American Legion, for the last 5 to 6 years. I've been a part of that program since I went through it myself, and we give back to the young men who join us every summer and teach them civics and how to engage in their local governments and what it means to run for office. And they make bonds there that I still am best friends with the guys I went to Boys State with. I'm also a leadership director for the Wyoming Student Council Association, and their summer camp every summer is one that I help participate and teach leadership and kind of self-awareness to those youth. And I think in giving back, I was endorsed by the Laramie Youth Voter Guide, which I took very seriously. I want to build a Wyoming for the 15-year-olds who are in school right now, and I want to keep them in Wyoming. And so in doing that, we have to teach them leadership. We have to get them engaged in civics and politics and that kind of proper way to participate in our country. But most importantly, we just have to talk to them about that. And so my service and my kind of giving back has been always towards kind of the younger people in high school.
That's wonderful. That's really cool. Do you have any final thoughts for kind of people of your district, as well as information in which they can reach you and learn more?
Yeah, perfect. So I just want to have that conversation. I've had a lot of people reach out, whether it's through my Facebook, Joel Defebaugh for House 14, or on my website, joeldefebaugh.com. And that's a great way to get in touch with me and ask those questions, or kind of just feel me out. And I think it when you earn somebody's vote, it means that they took time to kind of invest in you, and you took time to invest in them. I am hosting a meet and greet this Saturday at Scout Park, right off 22nd Street here in Laramie, and so hopefully people will stop by for that. But I just am ready and able to answer their questions ahead of the primary.
All right.
And I guess most importantly, vote August 18th or before.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.